Alright, ladies and gentlemen, guess what we have today? What we have today is Overwatch 2 Retail Patch Notes. October 14th, 2025. It's Season 19, baby! Unmask your power, haunt the competition. Season 19 Haunted Masquerade creeps in. Ambitious and cloaked in mystery, the Haunted Masquerade event introduces a spectacular mode where mystical masks grant buffs, twisting every battle into a spectral spectacle. Plus, something wicked this way returns as Junkenstein's Revenge and Wrath of the Bride are back for frightful co-op fights. Then Stadium transforms under the eerie moonlight, unveiling new heroes, a cursed map, fresh features, and match-defining gadgets forged in shadows across the season. Across the season, the festive spirit of Halloween stretches wide as mythic cosmetics rise from the crypt, and a treasure trove of twisted tricks and treats await those who are brave enough to claim them. Welcome to the Haunted Masquerade. Enter if you dare. Oh my gosh. Okay, they're talking about the mode. I thought that was just immediately jumping into heroes. The new arcade game mode, Haunted Masquerade. It's spooky time, and Haunted Masquerade is Season 19's costumed centerpiece. Teams wear the mystical masks of currently allied heroes, granting buffs that can flip the fight for friends or foes, and force fun new compositions. Everyone acquires special abilities based on whose mask they wear, with some granting specific benefits to turn lore-linked heroes, and all of them rewarding synergy at every turn. Enter the Haunted Masquerade if you dare. Tank hero masks. Orisa decreases knockback applied to you, decreases debuff duration on you. Okay. Sojourn only. Sojourn. Gain the ability to attach Disruptor Orb to allied Orisa. Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. Slows nearby enemies by 30%. Zenyatta only. Applying Orb of Discord to allied Ramatra in Nemesis form. Also applies it to enemies near him. That's kind of cool, actually. That's kind of cool. Does not cause allied Ramatra to take additional damage. Cool. Okay. I feel like they said that because they had a bug or something. That, like, they had, like, a bug or something that, like, caused him to take extra damage, but, like, they didn't want it to. My goodness, my eyeballs hurt because of my glasses. My glasses are a problem, people. My glasses are a problem. Reinhardt mask. I saw this one. This one they showed in the video. Gain 50 armor, increase melee damage. Ooh. Increases break shield size and durability when they are in close proximity. Gain the ability to heal yourself every 100 health every 30 seconds. And for Junkrat, concussion mine explosions douse enemies with gasoline, and any explosion damage within 10 seconds ignites them. Oh my gosh. Junkrat becomes an arsonist. Melee damage now knocks enemies back. Okay, so we have Winston Boop. Tracer only. Gain the ability to attach her pulse bomb to an allied Winston, and either Winston or Tracer can detonate it. Nice. Gain the ability to double jump. Hanzo only. An enemy hit by an allied Genji, Swift Strike, or Dragon Blade is marked and shots home toward marked enemies. Okay, interesting. The farther the enemy, the more damage dealt to them. Okay. Genji only. Gain the ability to activate Hanzo's Dragon Strike during the Dragon Blade. Doing so will cancel the rest of Dragon Blade. Oh. Dude, people are gonna, like, play Hanzo and Genji not talking to each other. Genji's gonna dash in. Hanzo's gonna get random headshots because they home in towards enemies. And then Genji's gonna ult, and then Hanzo's just gonna immediately send a dragon. It's gonna just go flying off into the random distance. I can already feel it. I know that's exactly what's gonna happen. Enemies explode on death. Ooh. Chain Hook can now explode on impact, detonating Junkrat's concussion mines. Increases explosion damage and radius. May Mask increases damage by 25%. Pulsar torpedoes now freeze any target Slowed by an allied May for 1.5 seconds. Dealing damage heals you, which is his normal. So if anyone wears his mask, okay, cool. You got to remember that you can put these masks on. These are the masks that can be worn by any hero in the mode. So the first one is what you get for wearing that mask, and then the second one is what is a hero specific one. So if you put on the Reaper mask, dealing damage will heal you. If you put on the May mask, increase damage against enemies by 25%. Moira only gaining the ability to attach Biotic Orb to Reaper when it is close to him. Cool. Dealing critical damage generates 50% additional ult charge. And then with Orisa, which she had the pairing for, Energy Javelin now creates Sojourn's Disruptor Orb on environmental impact. Okay, cool. That's actually kind of cool. I do like that one. That's a cool one. So if you have the Soldier Mask, it increases your attack speed, and the Biotic Grenade creates Soldier 76's Biotic Field on impact. Again, this is just a game mode thing, so like if you're really interested in it, I'm just going to kind of read through them. But like you can pause and take your own takes on it. If I see something really interesting, I'll talk about it, but like I'm not going to dive deep into every single one. Substitutes 50% of your health with shields. Lifeweaver only pedal platform gains a barrier around it. Gaining an additional ability that applies armor to you for 10 seconds. Okay, cool. Mercy on Torb Mercy. Torb Mercy. While Caudacious Staff is equipped, gain the ability to apply Torbjorn's Overload on allies. Oh man. Increases movement speed. Winston only getting the ability to recall to Winston's projected. Oh, cool. That's actually cool. I like that one a lot. I hate Tracer, but I like that one. Okay, now we're into the supports. Ana can reduce all incoming damage by 15. Soldier. So Soldier Ana, not Soldier Rhine. Interesting. Can gain an additional ability that, while in use, prevents healing on enemies hit by. I don't like that one. Dealing melee damage to enemies will heals nearby allies. Reinhardt only when inspired by allied Brigitte. Charge explodes on impact, inspired by stacks up to 3 times, and then increasing explosion damage and radius. Okay. Inspire 3 times, get big damage on charge. That's what it is. That's what happens, okay? Juno Mask, holding jump lets you hover midair, okay, into Westing. May only when Ice Wall comes into contact with Juno's orbital ray, create a blizzard. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's a weird specific combo. But okay. Deal additional damage while airborne or on Lifeweaver's pedal platform. Turrets can now target allies, granting armor. Oh. Shield generator's back. Increase your base health by 20%. Torb only. Turrets now apply toggleable healing or damage boost with the allies in range. Constantly gen health. Eliminations regen for a rate of 10 per second. Reaper only. Increases movement speed and jump height during Wraith form. Interesting. I like that a lot, actually. Applies a mini orb of harmony to you. Okay. Ramantra only gain the ability to detonate allied Zenyatta's orbs of discord. Their explosion damages nearby enemies and applies a temporary orb of discord on them. Interesting. Okay. That's all for the mask game mode. Oh, we strengthen ourselves for the next one. We stretch. Okay. Halloween Terror returns. Ooh. Interesting. I see something interesting. Sorry. Your favorite spooky mode returns as Halloween Terror 2025 brings new tricks and returning treats to Overwatch 2. Join forces for this fan-favorite 4-player co-op mode to defend Aldersbrunn from Dr. Junkenstein and his monstrous creations. I believe that is the Halloween Eichenwald. Don't quote me. I believe that's what that is. Battle hordes of zombies, omnics, and powerful bosses in a quest to save the castle. It is from certain doom. Then continue the story from Junkenstein's Revenge, featuring 4 heroes: Soj, Junker, Kiri, and Ash. Blizzard favorite. We must break down barricades, fight off exploding zombie omnics, and defeat powerful enemies like Banshee, Moira, Gargoyle, Winton, and uncover the secrets of Aldersbrunn. Navigate through the haunted castle, solve puzzles, face terrifying jump scares as you progress through this atmospheric and gripping co-op adventure. General updates. Okay, Hero Mastery Mode. The Hero Mastery Mode and courses are no longer available to play. Oh. Moment of silence for Hero Mastery. Goodbye, Hero Mastery. As we focus more time and effort into delivering the best experience for quick play, competitive stadium, and other ways to play, we're going to be shifting focus away from the past game modes that haven't seen as much attention. With this in mind, we've made the decision to sunset Hero Mastery courses. Goodbye. Useless and kind of forgotten about. Played maybe once just as it was like, what is this? But goodbye, Hero Mastery. You will be missed by like 3 people. Not me. No, I'm not gonna miss you, but like 3 people are gonna miss you. So goodbye. It was a pleasure meeting you. And that one time I played Soldier. Team text chat. New options added to social text chat. The color of each existing text chat channel whisper group team can now be set. Cool. Oh no. Tabbing through each set of the potential text chat channels includes now a small visual element to indicate that the channel has been changed. Cool. This patch primarily focuses on balancing hero perks following Season 18 perk refresh based on pick rate, gameplay data, and player feedback. We're making adjustments to perks to ensure each choice feels meaningful while keeping options fair and impactful across all heroes. So this is like a perk update, not necessarily a hero change update, but it will affect your heroes. Let's bring Lucio back to 22 damage per shot. Let's do it! Let's break it down! Nerf Hanzo! Okay. Power block can make Doomfist difficult to punish in certain situations. This change in its damage reduction slightly giving more opponents opportunity to overwhelm his block with damage while preserving the flow of Doomfist's gameplay. Power block ability 2, damage reduction from 85 to 75%. Okay. And then his major perk, Aftershock, slow duration increase from 1.5 to 2 seconds. That's kind of scary. That's spooky. That's a spooky one, actually. Slow amount increase from 30% to 40%. Half a second doesn't seem like that much, but when you're slowed trying to get away from a Doomfist that just slammed into you and probably punched you, it's kind of spooky. That's kind of spooky. Half a second is big. And you're slowed for even more now. That definitely is a big buff to this. Half a second longer. Oh my gosh. For your almost half your movement speed, by the way. That's kind of spooky. So really, your job now is to really avoid getting hit by his slam if he chooses this perk. I wish it included the icon so that you would know which one to look for. Whatever. Minor perk, lifesteal increase from 25 to 30%. Cool. Doesn't bother me that much. Aww. I wonder if they fixed the bug with Junker Queen. This is not that... By the way, hazard change is not that big a deal. I thought his lifesteal was pretty good already. And I know a lot of people complain about him, but like, I feel like it's not that. It's not like whatever. It's like whatever. No longer refreshes all cooldowns, but reduces them by 6 seconds. Okay. Honestly, that's not a bad change. And it still keeps the perk really good. It still keeps the perk really good, and they didn't change the fact that you get Unstoppable. If they took Unstoppable away, then this perk would be doo-doo butt water. Not worth it. But I like the fact that it's probably a necessary change, but like I don't mind it. It's not that bad. It could be worse. They could have made it like half the time, you know? Whatever. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. Developer Cage Fight is a powerful ult, but its charge rate has been a bit slow. I agree. I honestly agree with that. I don't like my Malga buffs. Okay? Don't get me wrong. I don't like them. But his ult was charging really slow. Combat Fuel major perk, max overhealth granted increase from 100 to 150. Critical hits amount overhealth given increase from 2 to 3. Okay, cool. Okay, so he can now go up to 150, and he gets a little bit faster for more headshots. Interesting. Honestly, I don't see that being that big of a change. It is cool, though. I don't mind Malga buffed right now. He wasn't that great. I didn't see him get played hardly at all. So, it's a little spooky that they're buffing him. But overall, I think it could be worse, okay? Just putting that out there. Barrier recharge, barrier regeneration increase from 150 to 200. I'm still not going to pick that perk. I just don't want to. I'm not going to pick it. Adaptive barrier major perk no longer consumes overhealth, and visual size increased to be in line with Zarya's barriers. Okay. So he just gets a giant bubble around him now? I still don't think people are going to pick this one. I still don't think people are going to pick this perk very often, just because pile driver damage and rolling through tanks is so much stronger than just getting a bubble for a few seconds. Especially because Wrecking Ball already has, like, just in his base kit, he already has so much survivability. So much survivability. Like, why would he need another one? To be more aggressive, he's already super aggressive and divey. You know what I mean? He's already super aggressive. Why would he need more ways to stay alive if he's already got a ton? So I feel like people aren't going to pick that perk. Even the odds, minor perk, healing per second increase from 20 to 30. People aren't going to pick it. What's his minor perk? The double flashbang is just so much better. It's just so much better than being able to stand there in his nothing burger of an ult if you don't catch people off guard anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, his ult is really good if you can catch people off guard, but on his own, if you just, it's high noon, stand there in front of everybody, even with 30 health per second, they're just going to melt you. People melt people in Zenyatta Ultimate, and that's 400 health per second. Ammo refunded, increase from 4 to 8. Cool. I don't think that's that great, but it's okay. No longer shares her cooldown with Ice Wall. Okay, cool. This is the one that lets her send herself flying in the air. That's the one that lets her fly in the air with her jump. And the cooldown increased from 6 to 10 seconds. Okay, cool. That's actually not that bad. I feel like people didn't pick it a lot because it was shared with Ice Wall. So, like, you would engage in a fight, then have to wait for your wall to come back. It'd be weird. It's just not that, it wasn't that good. Now that it's not the same cooldown, it's a different one. That's cool. I don't mind. Reaper's engage and disengage potential has been too consistent with the addition of Shadow Blink. We've reduced Wraith Form's movement speed to lower his overall. Okay, wow. Okay, weird. Weird change. Moved Shadow Blink to a major perk and added Lingering Wraith as a new minor perk to preserve mobility options for players who choose it. Wraith Form, Ability 1, movement speed while active reduced from 50 to 40%. Okay. Interesting. Shadow Blink, that's the one that reduced the cast time on his teleport, is now a major perk. Ravenous Wraith removed. I don't remember which one that was. And leaving Wraith form grants 40% movement speed for 2 seconds. I don't know about this one. I don't know. I'm never a big fan of like changing character movement, because then it just messes with people's entire identity of the character and like thought process. So, I mean, granted, it's not that big of a change, and he can choose a whole new minor perk, but like, I don't know about this one. It didn't. I think they just took. It feels like they saw people doing really good on Reaper, and then they're just like, that guy can't do any good in this game. That's what it feels like to me. Okay? I mean, probably not that major severe, but like, that's kind of what it felt like. Developer comments, flashback no longer grants 2 blink charge instantly after recall. This change creates a short delay before additional blinks are available. This helps limit rapid blink chaining while maintaining flashback's effectiveness. No longer grants 2 blink charges, now increases blink cooldown recovery rate by 150% for 3 seconds. Okay, not too bad. That's actually a good change. Nerf Tracer, so I'm all for it. Okay? I'm all for it. Seeker Mind major perk. Damage increased from 25 to 50. Damage increased from 25 to 50. Cool. I think that's pretty good. It really makes her mind... It makes her mind a lot deadlier, which is what needed to happen. Because before, people just... I mean, Frogger's got the whole my favorite thing. He just runs through these mines because they don't do enough. They don't do anything, really. Besides let Widow know that somebody's back there, you know? Now they're kind of a little bit more of a threat. Kind of a little bit more of a threat. Sorry, I just wanted to see if Lucio was there. Okay, sorry. I just had to scroll through really quick. Headhunter major perk. Critical damage multiplier increased from 1.5 to 2. Cool. That's actually not bad. Double damage headshots is kind of nice, actually. I didn't realize that before it was only 1.5. That kind of makes that... She already does a lot of damage, like a good amount of damage. If she headshots somebody, she's going to pretty much... She's just going to melt them. Assault Burst no longer removes healing from Regenerative Burst. Attack speed bonus reduced from 30 to 25%. BAP nerf sad. Sorry. Solar Flare major perk. Reduced resource cost reduced from 150 to 50% of max energy. Okay. Healing amount no longer scales with energy spent. Okay. Explosion healing is now a flat 100 healing. I don't understand this one because I don't play a lot of Illari, so I apologize if I don't get anything, if I don't get it right. This feels like a buff. Well, actually, this kind of feels like a nerf. This is definitely a buff. I wonder if this is actually going to be better, because I wonder if people got 100 healing from it to begin with. I don't know. I don't know enough about Illari. I won't lie to you about that. So, I don't know. It feels like this is might be a nerf. But like maybe if people aren't getting to 100 healing, this is actually a buff. This is definitely a buff. The cost being reduced to half, that's definitely a buff. Okay. Orbital Ray remains a strong support ultimate, but Juno's team time to earn it can feel a bit slow. This change to her ultimate keeps the longer to earn options while bringing her closer in line with the rest of the hero roster. Juno buff. Okay, not her movement, but her ultimate. Okay. Foxtrot, major perk. Duration reduced from 3 to 2 seconds. I don't know what this did, to be honest. I don't remember what this did. I don't remember what that did. Ready step, major perk. Okay. Decrease. That's her double TP, I think. If she still has it, I don't remember. Duration increase from 2 to 3 seconds. Okay. So, both... So, a buff to her Foxtrot and a nerf to her Ready Step. Life Weaver minor perk. Rejuvenating dash. Healing increase from 20 to 30. Okay, that's actually not bad. That's a pretty good one. Pedal powered major perk. Attack speed bonus increase from 25 to 30%. Okay, Life Weaver buffs. Probably because he got the mythic. They want people to play him a little bit more. I don't think we needed to buff Life Weaver. He's still really strong. He's just a heal bot character, though. He does not need damage. I don't get it. He's a very like defense character. He gives up a lot of ground in order to keep himself alive. He's got no he's got no real attack potential. Developer comments, Wu Yang remains a strong support with high healing and damage paired with strong mobility. We reduce his base health to make him less survivable threat while keeping in numbers impactful. Additionally, slight adjustments to... Oh my gosh, I cannot read. Additionally, slight adjustments to Zhanwu staffs. Damage, reduced explosion damage while still rewarding direct hits. Okay, so the balls got nerfed. Base health reduced from 250 to 225. I don't know why they keep putting heroes at 250 if they have high movement, because they said a while ago they wanted to change heroes who have high movement to lower their health to make them more in line with other heroes in the roster, but they keep doing this where they put them at 250 and they have lots of movement and then they nerf them down to 225. Like Sojourn stayed at 250 for so long, and she was called Widowmaker on wheels, bro. And then she got nerfed like 2 seasons after they said they wanted to change it. I don't get why they do. I don't get it. I don't understand why they do that. They say things and then they just don't follow through with it. Zhanwu staff, primary fire, maximum explosion damage reduced from 70 to 60, maximum impact damage increased from 30 to 40. Okay, so if it hits the ground next to somebody, the max it can do is now 60, but if it hits somebody directly, the max it can do is 40. Plus 60, so it would do 100. So it would do 100. So instead of just doing 60, it would then do 100, which is the same as what it was before. I don't get it. Am I stupid? Maximum explosion damage. So it will do less if you don't direct hit somebody, but if you do direct hit somebody, it does the same amount as before. So this this doesn't apply to direct hits. So I think that's what it's saying. I think that's what it's saying. So he got a 10 damage nerf to his AoE effect, so the explosion. So if it hits the ground near somebody, it'll do 60 damage, not 70. But then if he directs somebody, it now does 40 plus 60, so it does 100. That can't be right. Is that right? I don't know. Healing resource generation increased from 33 to 50%. Okay, for the minor perk. Buff that to the moon. Okay. Balance for his minor perk. Passive healing reduced from 40 to 30%. Ebb and flow. Healing on the returning wave reduced by 50%. Interesting. Okay. So it feels like they wanted to nerf him, but they just didn't want to change him too much. is what it feels like. This is a big nerf, though. This one will make him a lot easier to kill. Feels like a nothing burger to me, to be honest. I don't know if maybe I'm just reading it wrong, but that's what it feels like to me. Healing resource generation. This is a big buff to his minor perk, but I feel like people are still going to choose the passive healing because passive healing is just nicer to have, I feel like, personally. Then you don't have to rely on anybody else. You can kind of just, especially because Wu Yang, sure, he sticks with his team a lot, but like he doesn't have to. He has a lot of range to him, so he can, having the passive healing is kind of nice if he's caught on his own from being far back, or you know what I mean? So it feels like people are still going to choose the passive. And then this I don't know much about. I never chose this perk because I didn't like it. I just don't like the return wave. I'm not going to lie. Okay, here's how I do stadium updates. We're going to read through the major, like, big changes first, like, because there's a bunch of stuff here. Oh, what? There's a bunch of stuff that I see has changed, but we're going to read through those together, and then I will take a... I only play a few different heroes in the mode. We'll take a look at the new heroes, maybe some of their cool perks and stuff. Then we'll take a look at the heroes that I like to play, like Reinhardt, Junker Queen, Lucio, of course. Reaper, I play a little bit of. And then the rest of them, I'm just going to scroll slowly through. And if you see a hero that you play that got some changes that I just don't know much about, because like there's so many different things in this mode that like I just don't know about, to be honest, because I don't play those heroes, right? You can pause, take a look at them, come to your own conclusion. Is this a good thing, a bad thing? Let me know down below in the comments, because I like reading stuff. Nobody comments stuff. I want to read stuff. Nobody comments anything. So let me know what you see, what you think, and then I will scroll through slowly so you can pause and take a look at them, okay? That's what I do, okay? Personally, that's what I do. Some people read everything. I don't do that. It's just a waste of time. So I'm just going to be like, I don't know what that does. What does that do, you know? Stadium competitive update. Stadium will now use the best of 5. Oh. They are now getting rid of the 7-round match and going this quick play. Rules? I didn't like the quick play stuff. I felt like it was too fast for what Stadium needed to be. Powers are granted on rounds 1, 2, 3, and 5. Yeah, so that's the quick play. First team that wins 3 rounds will win the match. The mercy rule has been disabled. Okay. Round 1 completion cash increased from 7,500 up from 5,000. Round 2 completion cash increased from 5,000 to 4,000. From 4,000. Round complete cash from 4,250 up from 3,500. The amount of cash generated each round from healing and damage has been increased, and MVP bonus increased up to 1,500 from 1,000. Okay. This is a big change, by the way. Like, the best of 5. I like the best of 7. I really thought the best of 7 was the better of the two between the 5 and this, but apparently they think that the 5 is going to be better. So we'll see how that goes, but I like the 7 round more than the 5. The 5 feels too quick for what it is, and it just didn't hold my interest as much. I liked the 7 round because it was slower, and you could really see the power creep in your characters as you went through each of the 7 rounds. But now, where it's a round of 5 rounds, it feels like every step is like, Kerchunk, you're now a bigger guy. You're stronger. Kerchunk, now you're like a massive guy who's stronger. Kerchunk, now you're like the biggest guy, you know? But like Stadium 7 round was like, yeah, I got a little bit stronger, and I really like the powers that I got, and I'm gonna try this one out this round, but if it doesn't go wrong, it's okay. I got like 4 more rounds. I can really try something new. Next round, it's like, yeah, I'm a little bit stronger. I got more stuff for me. I can do more things. Look at me go. Wa-pow, wa-pow, Ryan fire strike, wa-pow. And then the third round, you're like, I'm a big boy. I got all my stuff that I really kind of like a lot, and maybe if the rounds keep going a little bit longer, I can get some better stuff. And round 4 comes along, and it's like, ka-chunk, ka-chunk, I'm the big boy on the block. And it's like stepping. That's what it feels like to me. But like this is like too much. It's too fast. I don't know if that made any sense at all, but to me it did. In my head, it makes sense because I know what I'm talking about, but like I don't know if I did a good job of explaining it. Now that Stadium has been out for 3 seasons, players have a better understanding of the mode and how it works. Based on this, we think that we can move away from the more segmented power curve offered by the 7-round approach, which served us well in these early months. We have been happy with the results of quick play format in Season 18, and we're going to bring those same wins to competitive. The goal of this change is to keep the competitive nature of the format while still making it move faster pace. While we look forward to your feedback as we continue to iterate on Stadium, we make the best it can be. I don't think it. I think 7-round is better. That's me personally. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just think it's better. Introducing gadgets. Okay, so there's a lot of gadgets. Okay, there's a lot of gadgets. I didn't realize that it was going to be for everybody. I thought that they were going to be hero specific. Interesting. We're continuing our goal of improving general item selection to give you the agency you need to address more matchups and further customize your playstyle. We're introducing gadgets, which are active items that grant you a bonus ability with damage cooldown, or with a cooldown when you purchase them. Gadgets appear in the HUD near your existing abilities. They can be activated with a customizable hotkey, and you can have one equipped, so you can only get one of these at a time. So here are the new gadgets. Aura Repellent. New gadget. 25 health. On use, knock back all enemies within 8 meters. Cost is 1,500. Barrier Snippet. New gadget. 25 health. On use, gain 50 over health for 3 seconds. 25 health for Exo Springs. Holding crouch increases a jump, so BAP Exosuit. Feathered Souls, gain 25% movement speed for 5 seconds. Dealing damage removes this bonus. Okay. 20-second cooldown. Wait, oh my gosh, these cooldowns are huge. 35-second cooldown, 45-second cooldown, 20-second cooldown. Medkit. Restore 20 life every 1 second for 10 seconds. Taking damage removes this bonus. That feels a little bit much, but okay. Cost 25-second cooldown. Wow. And you get 25 extra health with that too. Use dash a short distance, 20-second cooldown. That doesn't feel worth it. I don't think people are going to choose this one. They're going to have to change it to like a 5-second cooldown or 10-second cooldown or something like that. People are not going to pick this one. I guarantee you. It's $3,700 as well. People are not going to pick that one, bro. So these are like your rare ones. Commons. These are your commons. Now we're getting into the rares. New gadget, 25 armor, 5% weapon power. Place a healing field at your location so you get biotic field support. It restores 50 life every 1 second for 3 seconds. So you can get 150 health really fast. 20-second cooldown. Kitsune Snippet, 25 shields, 5% cooldown reduction, gain 50 overhealth and 20 movement speed for 3 seconds. If you're debuffed, gain an additional 100. An additional 100 what? 100 overhealth or 100 move speed? I'm gonna think it's overhealth. I think it's overhealth because they would have said additional 100% if it was movement speed. Okay, now we're into the epics. These are the ones that cost a lot of money. These are the ones that cost a lot of money. These cost so much money, so much more than you could ever afford. Kanazaka Charm. New gadget, 50 shields, negative 40% incoming negative effect duration. Cleanse yourself of most negative effects. What does that mean, most? Cleanse is almost of all. Wait, so wait. You can just summon a Suzu on yourself now and gain invulnerable. Oh my gosh. 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 You can now. Oh my gosh. You can summon a cleanse on yourself. For $9,000, you can summon a cleanse on yourself whenever you want to on a 45-second cooldown. So it is a long cooldown, but that's big. That's huge, actual. Because Suzu is the most broken. It's the most broken ability in the game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's the most broken thing in the entire game. 25 health, 10% weapon power, 10% ability power, dash a short distance. Okay. Compared to this is like a nothing burger. Necrotic repellent, 50 shield, 15% ability power, slow all enemies within 8 meters and apply the DPS passive. New gadget, 25 health, 10% attack speed, 10 weapon life steal, whatever. Increase your total attack speed by 50%, but deal 15 less reduced weapon damage for 5 seconds. Okay. It's nothing. It's just this is just too much, so much better than the rest of these. Oh wait, Reinhardt can get 80% knockback resist now. Plus, on top of his normal knockback resistance, he can become a literal wall that just does not move. Plus 10% health, shield, and armor. Plus 40% knockback resist. Plus 40% slow resist. Use gain gain unstoppable. 25% damage reduction. 25% max life. And grow in size. But deal 50% reduced damage and healing for 3 seconds. Oh, so it's only for 3 seconds. You can do all of this, but only for 3 seconds. That's on a 45-second cooldown. Oh my gosh, this is the longest cooldown of them all, by the way. This last one. New gadget. Oh, refresher. 25 health and reduce all ability cooldowns by 8% for 75 seconds. By 8 seconds for a cooldown of 75 seconds. That's the longest ability cooldown in the game. That's over a minute. You have to wait over a minute to do that. Stadium combat text. Display floating combat text numbers for your damage and healing in world. Works in both first person and third person views. Active in all stadium matches in stadium practice range. Can I just... You can also fully disable this feature. Thank you, sir. I don't want float... There's already so much visual clutter in this game. I don't want more. Especially in stadium of all things. There's so much visual stuff that I don't want this on screen. The progressive nature of stadium gameplay and growing in power over time makes it a great candidate for displaying damage and healing numbers in the game world directly. We have added a number of customizable options so you can adjust things and find what works for you. We have further improvements and options coming to this feature in future patches. Armory filters. Use the new filter tab to find the exact item you're looking for. Filter by item type, stat, rarity, cost, and even abilities. Never going to use that. Just so you know, I'm never going to use this. Buy and sell directly from the filters tab. Not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. We can know some findings. Yeah, it can be difficult to find exactly what you're looking for. If you play the game, you know exactly what you're looking for. Armory subtabs. Items are now broken down into subcategories. Saved and example builds will support subtabs as well. I like that they're adding stuff like this for some of the slower people, but like nobody, if you're smart, you're not going to use this. As the armory grows, continue to offer better ways to support all of the data. New sub-tabs should help you find what you're looking for more quickly. Stadium advanced info panel, ability power, weapon power, and more are all supported. New hero info section has been added that displays health, armor, shields, movement. Okay, that's cool. I like this one. This is a good one because sometimes it's hard to see exactly what changes. I mean, like, it's not that hard. Like, the before one was okay, but like, whatever. Advanced info panel support has been added for Stadium. Use the hero's info screen to directly see how Stadium powers and items modify your stats. Then they added Busan Sanctuary. A control map has been added to the map lineup. Cool. I like that one. I like that map. That's a good map. Added to the Stadium hero roster. Bones for... Okay, so these are his powers. We're going to go over his powers first. Again, I've never played him. You've never played him unless you jumped in before you watched this video. Most of us, at the time of me doing this, it's 2:55. I've been recording for 45 minutes. I waited for the patch notes to come out and then I jumped in, okay? So I've not played Hazard and Stadium yet, so I don't know how powerful these are. I'm just going to go by my gut reaction, what I see as strong. Okay, and I'll tell you that. Bone Spur shots also fire 2 spike guard spikes at targets for... Oh. So when he blocks, his spike guard spikes come out. Now when he shoots his gun, 2 of those are going to go out and hit the enemy for 10 damage. So every shot is an additional 20 damage, which is actually kind of nasty. Ammo gain from Spike Guard deals 10 extra damage. Spike Guard ammo regeneration speed is increased by 25%. Cool. I actually like that a lot, actually. Hit me again. Each fired Spike Guard spike hit reduces. Each fired Spike Guard spike hit reduces Violent Leap's cooldown by 0.1 seconds. Okay. That's actually kind of nasty. And Spike Guard movement penalty is reduced by 90%. Needle Sword Spike Guard now fires at all enemies in front of Hazard. That's... So before his range, you can see when he blocks, his range is like a little conical shape in front of him. Now it's expanded, so it's everything in front of him. Half of a circle radius. You know what I'm talking about? Think of it like a circle. It's now like half of a circle. Everybody in front of him is getting hit by these spikes. Bunny Hop. Use Violent Leap without using Slash. Refunds 2 seconds of the cooldown. Violent Leap and Jagged Wall. Wow, actual crazy. Violent Leap Slash shoots a piercing projectile that deals 80 damage, ignoring enemies within 10 meters. Okay, so it's only far away, which is kind of weird. Violent Leap damage gives you 25% more ultimate charge. After you use Violent Leap, your next shot of Bone Spur fires a free second shot for 65% damage. Each hit from Violent Leap charges Spike Guard with 15% bonus energy, gain 30% extra Spike Guard resource. Jagged Wall becomes 35% larger and knocks back, applies 40 more damage. When Jagged Wall is spawned, heal all allies within 20 meters by 100 for over 2 seconds. When Jagged Wall is spawned, knock back enemies within 8 meters after 1.5 seconds for 80 damage. After. We found our first typo, ladies and gentlemen. After. 80 seconds for 1.5 damage. Oh, for 80 damage. Oopsies. Oh, wait. So you can get a free 120 damage if you choose these two powers. If you hit somebody with your wall, it does 40, and then when it's spawned, it knocks back at anyone within 8 meters for 80 damage. It's a free 120 damage, which is kind of nasty. Downpour costs 20% less ult charge, and now, after using Downpour, immediately reset all cooldowns to gain 25% cooldown reduction for 10 seconds. So he's just going to be... It's... The rain is coming! I can't remember exactly what he says, but he's like, the rain is coming! And then he, like, throws out his wall. Wait a second. How long is this? I gotta go test this stuff, and I'm gonna test this stuff and make another video afterwards, just so we're clear. But, like, this is gonna be really fun. Calcium Efficiency Rare Weapon Hero Item. 5% weapon power. Gain 15% weapon lifesteal for 5 seconds after reloading ammo or gaining ammo. Okay. Oh, these are his items now. Okay, these are his items now. Gain 15% lifesteal for weapon and 5% weapon power. This is a rare item. So these are like his hero-specific ones. He gets all the base ones that every hero gets, and now he gets some hero-specific ones. So he gets 5% weapon power and 15% weapon lifesteal for 5 seconds after reloading ammo or gaining ammo. Sharp Surge, 10% weapon power, dealing crit damage. It grants 1% attack speed for 3 seconds, stacking up to 25 times, so you can get 25% attack speed. Oh, that's an epic item, too. Rare ability hero item. 10% AP, 5% cooldown reduction, and it's just a straight up 25% more damage to airborne enemies. A menace to Pharah players, for real. 50% spike guard range, nice. I like that one a lot, actually. Touch up. 10% ability power, 5% cooldown reduction. After using Violent Leap, Spike Guard deals 25% more damage for 5 seconds. Cost is... What is happening? Oh. Okay, no, this is just... Okay, it's the typo, bro. Typo. Freak Foil. So this is just two abilities in one. Typo. Freak Foil, epic ability hero item, 15% ability power. Small indie company, by the way. 15% ability power, 10% ability lifesteal, 50% extra spike guard resource, jagged wall hits charge spike wall for 25% bonus energy, and it costs 10,000. This one's okay. Not my favorite, but like, okay, cool. I think it's hard to tell. The way that it's formatted makes it hard for my brain to think about it. 10% ability power, 10% lifesteal. Use quick melee during spike guard to immediately fire 5 spikes at targets. Home turf, 50 health, 50% spike guard max resource. Each fired spike heals 0.3% max life per hit. Heal 2% of max life for each ammo reloaded using spike guard. 50 health. 65% jagged wall health, and it heals hazard for 10% of damage mitigated. So damage on the wall will heal hazard. And then blood needle, 50 health, 50% spike guard max resource. Each fired spike guard heals for 0.3% of max life per hit. Nice. Okay, Orisa, the only thing she got is a power change. Oh, they're removing his rocket boots one because of now the Exo Springs gadget. Interesting. Okay, again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll slowly through. Look, since these first few didn't have like big changes, I'm just reading them. But some of them will probably have big changes. I know Ana's getting a whole rework, so I don't play Ana that much in this mode, so it doesn't affect me all that much. But if you see a hero that you like, go ahead, feel free to pause it. Read what it says. Let me know your thoughts down below, okay? I'm going to scroll slowly through. They removed a redundancy with Reinhardt. I play a lot of Reinhardt, so I'm looking at him a little deeper, but they removed the redundancy. He had a power that basically gave him the same thing as the gadget, so they're just getting rid of the redundancy. Which I don't mind. I think that's fine. Especially because, like, I mean... It would be pointless. I hope they add something new in place of it, though, soon. Sigma, don't play a whole lot of Sigma. Scrolling slowly through so that if you see it, you can pause. Junkrat, didn't play any Junkrat. Reaper, Strangle Step, reduce Shadow Step cast speed to 15%. Reduce the Wraith Form cooldown reduction on elimination to 50%. Aww. What? That was the whole thing that I liked about Reaper. I like that I could just teleport in, kill somebody with the one that does a Death Blossom on TP, and then kill someone, then do it again. I liked that, but now I can't do that. That makes me sad. Sojourn added to the Stadium Hero roster. Let's take a look at her new powers. Overcharge. Max Railgun increased to 150%. Fully charged attacks and abilities still consume up to 100% charge. Okay. Okay, cool. So she can charge to 150%, but they will only take 100% charge. It won't deal 150% of the charge damage. You know what I mean? Interesting. Okay, cool. I mean, that's fine. After using a fully charged shot, gain 25% increased charge shot projectile size for 4 seconds. That's spooky. That's kind of spooky. I won't lie. It gets bigger. That's spooky. Generate 25% more railgun charge. Railgun charge decays 75% slower. Okay. Charge shot refunds 35% of disruptor shots cooldown based on the charge spent. Cool. Charge shot final blows trigger an explosion for 75% of the damage dealt. That's spooky. Disruptor shot can stick to enemies. That's cool. That was one of her perks for a while. And the shot deals 50% less damage. Cool. Disruptor shot slows enemies in the area for 15% and grants 33% of it as railgun charge. Cool. Rocket launcher direct hits. Huh? What? What? Why is this here? This is Farah. What is going on, bro? What is happening? Fuel depot. That's for Farah. That's a Farah power. Why is that here? Does she still have all of her powers? She should have 12 powers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She's 11. Why is this here? This shouldn't be here. This is Farah. What is going on? Fine-tuned thrusters power. Gain 25% damage reduction during power slide. Power slide duration increased by 100%. Unconventional tactics. Power slide spawns a mini disruptor shot when activated and can when you jump. Lock and load during your power slide. Railgun does not consume ammo and restores 50% of your max ammo every second. During overclock, railgun's primary fire automatically targets enemies. Espresso shot. So this is her powers now. Her items. 5% weapon power, 10% move speed. Eliminations during overclock increases duration. 25% health, 5% weapon power. Quick melee hits during power slide knock enemies back and deal 30% increased damage. Cost is 5,000. Murphy's motor module. 15% weapon power. Eliminations reset power slides cooldown. Okay. 10% weapon power, 10% attack speed. After spending railgun charge, railgun projectile speed equal to 50%. The railgun charge spent for 3%. I don't get that one. After spending railgun charge, the railgun projectile speed equal. This dude. I know it's not like a big thing, right? Like this is like probably lowest thing on their list compared to like getting things ready for a new season. But like for a lot of this, it would be nice if they could just not have so many grammatical or like formatting issues. Dude, that would be nice. Like I get it's the lowest. I understand that this is probably the lowest on their priorities, but like come on, man. Like it's not that hard to just type something up and get it formatted correctly. Like in this one, fuel depot, why is it even in here? Or the fact that what was it on hazard where this is just completely, you know, I don't get it. Whatever. It's a small thing, but like, come on, let's fix that. Where was I at? I was here. Right? Somewhere. I was somewhere around here. Equal to 50% of the rail charge spent for 3 seconds. Disruptor shot. Eliminations grant 10% ult charge. That's probably not going to happen very often. Maybe a little bit. 50% disruptor projectile speed. Okay. 15% disruptor shot duration. Okay. And then 5% cooldown reduction. And then 5% power slide jump height. Cool. That's not too bad. Those ones aren't too bad. You know what? You know what's missing? The one that gives her... The one that's missing is the one that gives her the auto aim during her ultimate. So like if she fires her overclock or she fires her disruptor shot, she probably gets auto aim or something like that, is what I imagine this is going to be. They just didn't put it in there because they didn't want people to have such a negative reaction, I bet. Okay, Torbjorn, a third hero added to Stadium this season. While Overload is active, turrets are upgraded to level 1. Upgraded 1 level to a maximum of 3. Okay. Turretlets. You can now have 3 turrets active. They start at level 1, have 50% health and 66% of their attack speed. It can be upgraded temporarily by hitting it with the hammer for 15 seconds. When a turret is placed, it gains 200 over health for 5 seconds. Hitting a turret with Forge Hammer grants you 10 over health for 5 seconds. After using Overload, gain 2 ammo of Molten Core with 66% reduced duration. Okay, that's cool actually. I don't mind that one. Molten Core heals allied heroes within it for 50%. We got Support Torb. It's a real thing. After using Overload, throw 2 armor packs that grant armor equal to 20% of your max life. Armor packs do not stack. Nice. Wait, Support Torb is a real thing. Overload grants allies 5 with overhealth equal to 50% of Overload's overhealth and 10%. Dude, Support Torb is real. While Overload is not active, weapon damage and weapon healing reduces Overload cooldown by 10%. Every 5th rivet gun shot boosts both your shoots both your primary and secondary fire. The bonus shot deals 25% reduced damage. Turret marks enemies for 8 seconds. Gain 20% weapon lifesteal and 15% against marked enemies. While Overload is active, every Forge Hammer swing explodes, dealing Forge Hammer damage equal to 10% of max life within a 3-meter radius. I like this one. You know, I was worried about this. Like, this build I'm sure is going to be really annoying, but like, I like that they have a Torb support build, and I like the Forge Hammer one. Swedish feed falls. 25% armor, 5% attack speed, and gain 15% move speed while holding Forge Hammer. To get a Torb voice, by the way, you just have to talk in like the cadence of him. Rivet Refresher! 5% weapon power, 30% reload speed. Overload reloads an additional 25% maximum ammo. It's not that hard. That one's okay. This is what it says, whatever. 50%, 50 armor, 10% attack speed, Forge Hammer damage, and healing grants overhealth equal to 2% of max life, up to 20%. Skajutsnabit system. I don't know what that actually says. I think I pronounced it. Overload expired, gain 20% attack speed for 3 seconds. When a turret is destroyed, reduce turret's cooldown by 1 second, gain 25% overhealth for 3. 20% move speed while standing in Molten Core. Cool. Damage from rivet gun secondary fire causes your turrets to target them. 15% range and 50% turret throw range. Please don't give him an item that lets him stick his turrets to wall. Please don't give him an item that lets him stick his turrets to wall. Please don't give him an item that lets him stick his turrets to walls. Oh, thank goodness, bro. Overload grants additional overhealth equal to 30% of max armor. While Overload is active, grow 30% in size and restore 5% of max life every 1 second. So wait, can he double that with the gadgets? What was the gadget size? The gadgets are up here. The one that gives you... What's the gadget that lets you grow? Grow in size, but it doesn't say how much you grow. So Torb can just become massive, bro. I want to see how big he can get. Don't say that. Okay, I'm going to slowly scroll through Anna. Because I didn't play Anna. But I'm going to slowly scroll through so you can take a look at the changes to her. If you like Anna, hopefully these are good changes for you. I hope that you are pleased with them. Again, I'm going to scroll through Brig because I don't play Brig. I'm not a Brig player. I do play Lucio, so I will take a quick look at those. Oh man, he's got a lot of changes. Oh man, he's got a lot of changes. Yes, I see some of the powers I chose. Okay. Ow! I just hurt my finger like really bad. Oh my gosh. Whew. Ow. We're tuning down Lucio's most consistent build and buffing some lesser picked options to allow for increased variety in his build paths. We're also working reverb to a version with more balanced levers so we can better fine tune its power level. Reverb reworked. After using sound wave within 4 seconds, you can use it again with 75% reduced effectiveness. Gain 1 extra charge of sound wave. Okay. Oh, so it's no longer when you amp it up. So what it was before is when you amped it up, it would trigger a reduced sound wave, which is his ultimate. But now you gain 1 extra charge of sound wave. Oh wait. What? I don't remember what it was then. If this is what it was, I never chose it. I never chose it. Wow. On my grammar? Maybe I should take a course in grammar and stop criticizing. I never chose this power. Crowd Pleaser. One of the powers I chose a lot was Crowd Pleaser. Healing now scales off of sound waves damage, changed from 20% flat healing scaling with ability power. Sound wave is boop, which triggers with ability power, isn't it? Interesting. I don't know how much of that's going to change that. I feel like it might be the same. It's probably going to be similar if I had to guess, because Soundwave is also... Is that his boop? Wait, no, that's his boop! No! No! Wait a second, no, this is his boop! Soundwave is his boop! No! Oh. No more double boop? I'm so sad, bro. That actually makes me so sad. So it scales off of boop damage, which won't be that much because his boop is also based off of sound ability power, so it won't be that big of a change. But that's oh man. Oh man. I like double boop. Let's balance. Bonus damage now scales off as boop damage instead of 25. Okay. Cool. Max life over health with every 1 second increased to 4% up from 3. Heal every 1 second. Heal for every 1 second speed boost was active. Increased to 75% of crossfade healing up from 50. This is one I chose a lot, so I like that it got buffed. Number 1 single increased the cost from 4,500 up from 4,000. Hip hop added 10% weapon power and 10% ability power. Removed 25 health and cost increased to 9,500. I didn't know this was a thing. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that this was even an item. I don't ever look at the weapon category for Lucio. Zenyatta. If you like Zenyatta, feel free. And again, with the general item changes, I'm just going to scroll through because I don't care enough. I just don't care enough about these. If you see something that you picked a lot, feel free to... Oh, actually, that's all. If you see something you picked a lot that got changed, feel free to take a look. Heartbeat sensor removed. That's sad. Whatever. I mean, I never picked it, but it's cool. Fixed an issue preventing musical festival charms from being equipable by all heroes. Should have given Lucio a skin and this wouldn't have been a problem, I guarantee it. Fixed an issue that caused an unresponsive state in a custom game when attempting to escape after a draft concluded. Fixed an issue that was caused by players backfilling into a match in which Reaper was being played to experience low frame rates. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew it. Fix an issue. Okay, so they fixed the one that caused flashbangs, but they didn't fix the one for the trap. Whatever. Fix an issue in which caused Wu Yang's restorative stream to have a longer range than intended. That's fine. And then the stadium ones. Cool. Anyway, that is your Overwatch 2 Season 19. Which is crazy to say. Overwatch 2 Season 19 retail patch notes. I hope you liked me reading everything that was here. Let me know your thoughts down below. What did you think of it? What did you like? What did you not like? Was there anything big that got changed that I didn't talk about? Was there anything small that got changed that I didn't talk about? Was there anything that was bigger than I thought it was, or smaller, not as bad? Let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I am going to go check out all the things in game. I will make another video about that coming out later. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. I'm going to leave. Goodbye.